there, my name is Anita and you are beautiful, smart, and amazing. And this is a video about how to stop thinking less of yourself. You are wonderful and can be just as beautiful as you've always wanted to be. And listen, if you don't feel that way now, it's completely not your fault. Society and social media are constantly making us feel like we are not good enough, we are not worthy, and we are not beautiful or attractive. And listen, this is not going to be one of those types of pieces of content that are like, just believe in yourself, or yay, you're great. Here's a big old yellow star. We're gonna put it right on your shirt right here. No, this video is going to actually be real content and strategies that you can start using today to make yourself start feeling better about yourself. We have to stand up for ourselves and say, I am worthy and amazing, regardless of what my phone, my computer, and the world is telling us. Here's how to stop believing all of that nonsense. Practice self-compassion and replace negative self-talk. Your thoughts do not define you. Sometimes when we're watching social media, we might see a model or we might see somebody with a lot of money and their 6 cars and their amazing body and just having every single thing that life has to offer. And then immediately, what do? We think back to our lives and we realize, hey, I don't have all those things and I haven't made it in the same sense that this person has, so I must be lesser. Now that is just simply not true. Society's standards of success and happiness are not necessarily what everybody wants to achieve, A, and B, we can sometimes see that a lot of those people post facades online and then inside they're not actually happy and fulfilled. So you can replace this negative self-talk that you might see somebody who is in a position maybe that you want to be in life. Instead of thinking poorly about yourself, you can instead replace that negative self-talk with, I am consistently working towards my goals and dreams every day. I am fulfilled and I am happy in the work that I do. So for example, you could just replace that one toxic thought with a happy, good thought so you can start training your brain into believing these things about yourself. And the biggest thing to accompany this is that we need to start treating ourselves like a friend. I used to treat myself like absolute garbage. Throw myself out with the pail, man. So for example, for me personally, it happens a lot when I'm late. A lot of times I'll be late and then I start thinking negative thoughts about myself. So, oh, I'm so disorganized. I can't ever get to a place on time. What is wrong with me? I'm so poor at time management. And so I had all these thoughts that come in whenever I'm late, right? Because now I'm like, oh, I just don't meet the societal standard of being this great employee that I want to live up to. And instead of these thoughts, I replace them with more positive thoughts as if I was talking to a friend. Because sometimes we talk to ourselves like our worst enemy. I am my own worst enemy. Now I replace these thoughts with more gentle thoughts towards myself, coming from a much more compassionate light. For example, I'll say, I am getting better at time management every single day. It's something I'm still working on, but tomorrow I'm gonna strive to be on time. I'm not complimenting myself. I'm not saying, wow, I'm the best ever at time management. I'm just changing the negative self-talk to a much more compassionate self-talk. I do want to mention that because sometimes people will say, oh, well, you can't lie to yourself. And it's not lying to yourself. It's essentially just putting into your brain subconscious and changing your identity in your brain so that you start taking actions that align with that identity. The next thing to do with these negative thoughts is to practice mindfulness and awareness with the negative self-talk. So what I started doing is I actually took a journal and I started writing down the negative thoughts I had daily and how many times I would have these negative thoughts on a piece of paper. What I realized is that as soon as I started tracking it and realizing how many times a day I'm replacing the negative self-talk with positive self-talk, after doing that enough times, I realized that my negative self-talk started going down and down and down. I started tracking it because author and educator Peter Drucker mentions that what gets measured gets improved. So what you can do is slowly but surely realize that you are improving, and this is empowering. So the last thing I'll say about this negative self-talk is that we must replace it with a good or compassionate thought. You don't want to replace the thought, I am dumb and lazy, with I am not dumb and lazy, right? We don't want to do that because when you tell yourself not to think of something, what do? We think about it. Do not think of a purple giant elephant. Exactly. It's just like a natural instinct in the brain to just think about what we say don't think about. So instead, I would replace that thought with the positive. I am intelligent and hardworking. Now that is a positive affirmation that has now replaced that negative self-talk, and now I'm not thinking about dumb or lazy, those two negative words. The next thing is to prioritize gratitude and self-care. Every day I wake up and I thank God for all the things that I'm grateful for, and you can either do this or journal the things that you're grateful for in life, and essentially it kind of primes your mind into thinking about good and wonderful things when you wake up instead of disempowering thoughts. It kind of takes up the space of, at least for me, when I would wake up in the morning, I used to think, oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I'm so lazy. I don't want to get out of bed. And instead of those thoughts, I've now changed it with gratitude. And every morning I wake up grateful for the things that I have and the wonderful pup I have that comes and says hello to me in the morning. The fact that I have AC, the fact that I have water, and the fact that I have a job to go to, because there's so many people out there that don't. In context of self-worth, I think about the small things that I do that contribute to self-worth. For example, I'm so happy and grateful that I ate salad for lunch today. Instead of focusing on all the bad parts of ourselves and the mess ups we have made, for example, you might have had a healthy salad for lunch, but something maybe not as healthy for breakfast. But you can be proud of yourself for eating that salad. You are now incorporating a healthy meal into your diet. Yeah, you might not be eating like the healthiest person in the world yet, but the fact is that today you took the action of eating the salad and you made a small improvement towards your overall health and well-being. And as I mentioned, instead of thinking about all of the other junk food that we ate today, we can instead focus on the empowering thought, wow, today I ate a salad. I'm so proud of myself for eating that salad, and tomorrow I'm going to incorporate another healthy meal into my diet. I'm so proud of myself. Continuing on a positive self-talk note, I do practice positive self-affirmations, and I highly recommend them for every single person out there. These have changed my life, and the reason being is because I can tell my brain, hey, I'm deserving of love and friendships. I am happy and fulfilled. The thing is that our brains and our subconscious might not necessarily believe it. What positive affirmations do is over time, they start making these beliefs about you part of your subconscious and part of your identity. So now, instead of just thinking, I am beautiful, I am smart, you can say those things, but now your brain, after you say it to yourself enough times consistently, day after day, your brain is going to start believing those things. We might just be able to tell ourselves, I'm deserving of love and friendships, but if our brain doesn't actually believe it with us, what'll happen is our subconscious will start doing things to sabotage our love and friendships because it doesn't actually believe we're deserving of those things. One gratitude affirmation, for example, that I use is that I am so grateful for the amazing body I've been given that keeps me alive. Now, this is an affirmation that I use to replace the negative self-talk that immediately used to come to my brain as soon as I used to look at myself in the mirror whenever I would get out of the shower. Whenever I get out of the shower, I used to kind of look at my back. I'm not really satisfied with my fitness progress, and my arms a little flabby. So these are just like, for example, some of the thoughts I used to have, and those are unempowering thoughts. And now I've replaced them with empowering thoughts and the fact that I'm working on my body in the gym. And now I can get out of the shower and look at my body from a much more empowering perspective that's filled with self-love. The next big pillar here is self-care. If you start investing in your body, such as eating healthy, exercising, even putting on moisturizer, or making sure your hair is well brushed before you leave the house, you will like your body better and feel better about yourself. The next really big aspect of self-care that is very much so worth mentioning is sleep. You do need to make sure you are getting the appropriate amount of sleep for you every single day. For some people it's 7 hours, for some people it's 9 hours. Regardless of it, you need to make sure you are getting enough sleep every single night. Without sleep, it is a big contributor towards feelings of depression, anxiety, sadness, lethargy. I can't even begin to describe all of the negative effects of not sleeping. It is so important that we all make sure to get enough sleep at night, and it should be a top priority because those negative thoughts creep up on me more than any other time when I don't sleep. Not sleeping has been scientifically proven to increase feelings of depression and anxiety, which in turn reduce feelings of self-worth and happiness and feeling like you're beautiful and worthy. I will definitely be making more videos in the future about how you can start getting better sleep every single night, but I would say that this is a huge one because society tells us, and this hustler culture that we're in constantly tells us, hey, you don't need to be getting sleep, man. All you need is 3 hours a night. Everybody else who isn't up all night hustling is a sissy. No, because it will help you better attack your day and make you feel better about yourself when you sleep and actually feel good and happy. Hello? My camera always dies every video I make. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So now I do post a lot of videos about how to empower your body in many other ways, not just mentally, but also like how to improve your sleep and your health as a whole, just because I am your average gal that was able to significantly improve in these types of areas of life. And I am gonna be sharing how I got consistently 60 and 70 sleep scores. Oh, bless you, buddy. 60 and 70 sleep scores on the Oura Ring to now being consistently in the high 80s and 90s. I've significantly improved my sleep, and I'm just your average gal with your average bed. I don't have like a $10,000 setup, and I don't have like a fancy cooling mattress. So if you do want to learn more ways about how to empower yourself, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please give this video a big thumbs up as it really helps out a small YouTuber over here. And if you're interested in learning how to feel more worthy in your professional life or your business life, please consider this video right here, as this video talks about how to get over imposter syndrome and all of the self-limiting beliefs and all the craziness that comes with it. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.